This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's talk dating apps.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
Side note, I have a new podcast called The Chrissy Cast. You can
Yes.
search for it on the Nova Player or wherever you get your podcasts. And dating apps have come up twice in the last week.
Right.
I'm not on any. I now have no interest in them. But Maria Bamford, who is a very, very famous
Hilarious.
American
Yeah.
comedian. She's touring Australia, by the way. Get your tickets. She met her husband on a dating app and recommends them entirely.
Raya?
No.
Oh,
Just-
like a normal person one.
Yeah. Just a normal.
Wow.
Yeah. Not adult matchmaker.
Yeah.
Adult friend finder back in the day. Anyway, she is a big tick. And I caught up with Pauline Yao recently and she's like, absolutely not. Never.
Yeah, no, I can't picture Poe on them.
What are you? Where do you stand?
Personally, I'm on Hinge, and I was like paying for Raya, which is like meant to be for people in the entertainment industry. But when you're a gay dude in Australia, let me tell you, it's about Troye Sivan and someone else, and then that's about it. Like, it's not worth paying for.
Oh, really?
So I just use Hinge, but even then, I suck at it. I give up.
I didn't know that. So that's the equivalent of a neighbour's party. you know.
Yeah.
Whenever they throw a party on Neighbours on the TV show, there's like 4 people there.
Yes, spot on.
Cradling a sausage roll. Anyway, the dating app Bumble has copped backlash over new billboards that refer to celibacy. It says, you know full well a vow of celibacy is not the answer, because this is in the zeitgeist, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Craig David has notched up over 2 years. Julia Fox has notched up 18 months, 2
2.5.
years, 2.5, both
Yeah.
of them. And apparently it's the latest thing, but it's bad business for Bumble.
No, I'm all for it. I love the way Bumble positions themselves in market, and like they do these sort of brash, straightforward marketing angles. I like it.
I do too.
Grabs your attention.
And also it's so quick.
Yes.
I love that about
Yeah.
good advertising. is
Agreed.
It's right there, topical. Ellen DeGeneres is returning to Netflix with a new comedy special this year. And I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm actually with you, Swanee. Now that I stop and think about it, I think I'm ready for Ellen again. She's had a little break.
I am too, and she's a very good stand-up.
She is. I mean, her whole production team is still in therapy, but that's okay. Let's give her a quick stand-up show.
Oh, look, I'm going to support her because I think that she was very miserable and
I get it.
hurt people.
Hurt people, hurt people.
You know, I just think that TV show dragged on too long and she was too miserable and she should have stopped it early.
Totally.
She's back where she should be.
Guess who's executive producing that one?
Ben Winston.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's go clicking.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
Okay, so Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are at it again. They've got a couple of charities. One is the Archwell Foundation.
Strong name.
And the other one is the American Riviera Orchard. I'm going to talk about the names in a second.
Hang on, that second one's on a charity, though.
They can't make any money from it.
Oh, can't they?
I don't think royals can make any money. Yeah.
Right. I just thought it was a merch shop.
Yeah, but it is.
Right.
Like, so far you can get jams and a teapot. And
Yep.
stupid stuff like that. But I want to talk about the names in a minute.
Okay.
So the Archwell Foundation is banned from raising or spending money after it is deemed delinquent for failing to pay fees and submit records. They launched this charitable foundation 4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And then more recently, they've launched American Riviera Orchard. Now, that is the most obnoxious company name I've ever heard of.
I love it. I think it's a good name.
American Riviera Orchard.
They should have just called it Riviera Orchard. That's chic.
Correct.
Okay, but so ditch the American bit, but it's still a good name.
It's not. It is totally ChatGPT.
Yeah, it is actually.
Secondly, Archwell Foundation with an E in the middle has irritated me since it was registered.
Oh, it's not a spell check on the article. I thought maybe the journoid stuff. Oh my God, no, it's actually spelt with an E.
No, that is how you spell it.
ugly.
ARCHEWELL. And riddle me this. I think that these two spend months boring everybody senseless trying to come up with annoying names.
Just to piss us off.
And then they don't know what to do with it. They're like, oh, we've named it. That's all we have to do. No, you have to run it. You have to run the charity.
And guys, even if you don't want to run it, employ someone to ensure that they are paying the registration fee to have a charity. Like, surely you just at least get your bookie or your accountant to do it.
Correct. I feel like they sign a contract and then they don't do anything. Same with their Netflix deal.
Right? You're mates with Ellen and Portia. Call Ellen. She'll have a guy.
She will have a guy. Speaking of Ellen, we spoke about her earlier, about her new comedy thing. I'm looking forward to that. Let's move on to Taylor Swift, please. She has filed a trademark. Oh, God, this album. You know, I've always said I've only got 3 moods, and they are Folklore, Evermore, and Midnights. I've got a new mood, and it is Tortured Poets.
4 moods.
4 moods
I
now.
feel like, Swanee, like she has done with the Eras tour over in Paris, you can combine Folklore and Evermore now. Even she's done it, mate. Even she's done it. Even she's accepted defeat and realised they both sound exactly the same, and she can put them together.
We spoke about dreams earlier on in the show, and I'm going to have a very bad dream about you tonight that involves punching you in the face. Anyway, she has trademarked Female Rage, the musical.
Ooh.
After debuting it in Paris. She set it on stage and then very quickly trademarked. And of course, I've gone into overdrive thinking about what this could mean.
What's it going to mean?
And I think that, you know, she's had the biggest selling movie, biggest selling concert. I think she is going to write a musical featuring all her songs in the same way that that Mamma Mia has all the ABBA songs and there's a Cat Stevens one and all that. That's what's going to happen.
Smart.
And it will outstrip everything.
It will, Swanee, and also a good sort of venture post the Eras tour, because she'll probably want to take a minute in her New York apartment and chill out. She can have someone else do the tour and keep making bank.
Of course, she can just turn up like Oprah did in her purple dress for the colour purple.
Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are up next. They'll be calling someone at 5 for 10K a day in May. I'll see you tomorrow, Swanee.
See you, darling.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.